Perhaps you've forgotten what it's like outside these walls. Heartless and savage.
Universal Pictures brings you an amazing tale of adventure in a spin-off from the smash hit Mummy series, The Scorpion King. The film stars Michael Clarke Duncan, Stephen Brand, Kelly Hu, Grant Heslov, and reprising his role as Matthias the Scorpion King, The Rock.
I think this guy is the next action hero. You heard it right here from me.
It's one of those fantastic films that you can't help but get excited about.
It's got action, it's got comedy, it's got love story.
It's much like The Mummies, but I think it's a lot more down and dirty.
Set and background. Next.
After captivating a worldwide audience with his appearance in The Mummy Returns, The Rock comes back to the big screen to tell the full story of this fascinating character.
The Scorpion King is a spin-off. I think we date back about 10 years earlier from the character you see in The Mummy Returns.
What was he before he became king? You know, well, that's something that had to be dreamed up.
Matthias starts off as an Akkadian assassin, and then his family is murdered in front of him.
Matthias is hired to stop an evil warlord whose name is Memnon, who has been the scourge of the land.
What has kept Memnon so successful is the fact that he has a sorcerer by his side who's able to see the outcomes of every battle.
The sorcerer turns out to be, in fact, a sorceress.
Matthias finds out that it's a woman who's stunning.
You've been betrayed, Matthias.
You know my name.
And why you're here.
A kind of highly charged love story begins between the two of them as he tries to fulfill his assignment.
You've come for the woman and your head.
The assassin and the sorceress. How romantic.
Bury you both together.
To play the nemesis to The Rock's Matthias, the filmmakers turned to acclaimed British actor, Stephen Brand.
He's trained himself to become a very skillful military tactician and hand-to-hand fighter. He's got all of the skills required to achieve total global domination, but he's also got the drive and the will to do it. The combination's pretty scary.
You really believe that this guy is the ultimate bad guy.
Complicating this battle between good and evil, each man pursues the talents of the mysterious sorceress Cassandra, played by Kelly Hu.
In the beginning of the film, you're not quite sure of where Cassandra stands. She's definitely on Memnon's team.
We put out an all-out casting search for somebody who had beauty, charisma, intelligence, and could be a bit enigmatic on screen.
The role of sorceress was a crucial choice, and Kelly just shined through.
I think when Cassandra first sees Matthias, she's interested in this guy. He's strong, he's sexy, and he's got something in his destiny. You know, she realizes that this might be the guy who can save her from everything. Who can't fall in love with Rock? He's a sexy guy.
It's a tough job today. Somebody's got to do it.
When it came time to cast the role of the fearsome Balthazar, producers turned to Oscar-nominated Michael Clarke Duncan.
Assassin!
Who dies first?
Balthazar is the baddest person in the movie. This guy is a Nubian king. He runs a clad group of nomads.
Michael Clarke Duncan, he's got the biggest, most wonderful vibe of any actor I've ever worked with.
He was always laughing, he was always joking with Rock.
The Rock and Michael Clarke Duncan were actually longtime friends before filming ever began, so they used behind-the-scenes taunting to help motivate their characters' antagonistic relationship.
There's a fight scene between them that was something that they prepared for weeks.
Assassin!
Rock left one of his 8x10s in Michael's trailer, and all it's had written on it was tick, 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 tick.
Him, we'll kill for free. He's got a little bit of charisma.
I am the baddest guy here, not The Rock.
You know, he kind of looks like your everyday guy. It's difficult.
You know what? I really just let him have this movie.
He brings an okay presence to the film.
And he actually begged me, he said, Michael, please, just, can I be the star? I said, you go ahead, man, do your thing, man.
I mean, if we weren't friends, I'd be gone.
We have a fight scene together. This is gonna be one of the best fight scenes people have seen in a long time.
And we're cut. Cut!
At the helm of the project, keeping together the elements of strong characters, a compelling story, and elaborate stunt work, is director Chuck Russell.
Now, again, I want to see it right in the middle. I'm the camera now. You ready? Here we go. And action. Look, now you waited.
Chuck has really been able to help me tremendously. I'm completely open and a sponge to his idea and his mind and his train of thought in terms of directing a film.
That's just the whole jam up. Now I'll get the details with the Steadicam in your point of view. Let's see the other shot, please. There's a lot of things I love about directing. One of them is working with really exciting new cast members like this.
The director often sets the tone for a film, and he made it very easy for me.
Now we got it going. See how that works? Who can catch this kid? Nobody. We don't know who's got it.
He's a fantastic director, and of course, he's a guy who knows action.
Now we got to drive you that way with it. Then where's the sweep kick?
Right here.
Right there, bang. All right, good.
The fighting techniques The Rock acquired as six-time World Wrestling Entertainment Champion proved to be the perfect base for the complex and demanding sword fighting scenes.
Those are dangerous scenes, even though they're carefully staged and choreographed. You are still swinging swords around. They're heavy. You're swinging them with a lot of velocity. They will hurt you. If anybody misses a move or pulls a move, somebody's going to get hurt.
Certainly the sword work was new for me, getting with the guy named Al Leong, who's done a lot of films. Al has a fantastic mind. He's able to visualize the fight scenes, and I'm able to map them out with him. He's helped me tremendously.
And this will be down, and you're going to see come, then you whip that baby up.
For a man his size, he moves like a ballet dancer. There's something about the way he handles the action scenes that you can't take your eyes off of. And he can handle that sword. That's a big sword. And we've had trouble with any of the stunt doubles being able to duplicate that.
The nice part about Rock, and especially in this film, is you get to see different dimensions of him. He's not just this one-dimensional, pardon the expression, ass-kicking character. You know, I mean, you get to see there's a sensitive side of him. You know, there's emotion there. You know, there's humor. So you get to see it all in this film with The Rock.
There's kind of a vacuum in the action world in the last couple of years. You can just tell the rhythm of this when it's time for somebody new. The Rock's come on the scene at a very opportune time. We can use somebody very exciting in this field who can carry a story.
I think in life we're always looking for growth. We're always looking for change. I know how I am personally. This was a chapter in my life that I wanted to begin. It's just a very special time, very special moment in my life.
He's a very, very fine actor and a really good man, too. I have nothing but good things to say about Rock.
Wherever we were shooting with him, kids would gather around, the parents would gather around. He is a man of the people. Very, very warm guy. Stopped to talk to every kid who visited, told them all to stay in school. How cool can a guy be? I mean, he gets hit by chairs and bricks and then comes back the next day and goes, okay, what are we shooting?
I must say, it was an incredible experience working with him.
In a hurry to get back to Memnon?
No, I'm in a hurry to get away from you. I'll never go back to Memnon. He's kept me prisoner since I was a child.
The visual scope and scale of this ancient setting was brought to the screen by production designer Ed Verreau.
I'm standing actually on the back lot here at Universal Studios, and so the set behind me, a lot of is a set that we've actually added to. We've actually built this Gomorrah town square, but the basis of the set is a series of steps and columns, which was actually from the film Spartacus.
Beautiful steel sharp.
It's really exciting to be starring in a movie that's set back in ancient times. Obviously, when you come onto the set, it's certainly a testament to all the creative minds, a testament to the hard workers that put the set together.
I think for me, the set that I just enjoyed the most on this movie was doing the harem, because usually the sets I've done have been fairly monochromatic, and I've used a lot more color in this movie than I have in the films I've done in the past.
Although the craftsmen behind the Scorpion King were able to do wonders in creating authentic sets, there was one task where hammer and nails were of little help. The script also called for a world inhabited by an abundance of animals and insects, and here again, authenticity was the key.
The scorpions, for example, are real. And I do pull out a scorpion by the tail and drape it on the back of my hand. On my life, they are real scorpions, and they're pretty scary.
There were a couple of times where we had to work with real snakes, and that was a bit nerve-wracking.
Try not to overlap them over snakes.
Yes, cobras. Not fun animals to be around. Not cuddly pets, really.
While the film's characters had to battle snakes and scorpions, it was behind the scenes with a very different member of the animal kingdom where The Rock may have finally met his match.
We had a camel. Shirako was a very well-trained 15-year-old camel, coachable and very likable, and took to people very well.
Good girl.
The other camel we got is a 4-year-old rambunctious camel who doesn't like people and certainly doesn't like me.
A cantankerous 1,500-pound camel was not the only extreme challenge this cast and crew would have to face.
Chuck told me when I first got the film that it was going to be probably the most demanding role I had ever done physically. A lot of the challenges were more about battling the elements, being out in the desert in 110-degree weather in the blazing sun.
Here we go, big heavy camera ready.
It's very hot today in Yuma. 100 degrees.
Every shot of this film is going to be one of these natural elements: fire, smoke, sweat, and heat.
It was not a simple fight. It was a fight in a sandstorm. The Rock and I got that someone was there who shuffled always kind of sand in our face. That is how it felt.
Set in.
Lovers of action will love this movie.
It's a big entertainment, but it does have a heart.
Will you stand alone before the fury of his armies?
Yes.
It's a visual feast. I mean, it's a beautiful film.
It has fantastic lines of comedy and tragedy.
Get ready. I'll kill half, you kill half. The great thing about it, it has all the classic elements of a fantastic film.